department was out there, and a bunch of different agencies that are all going to be working together in case of an emergency like this.
That's incredible. And
nice.
we're going to finish talking about
You're
that.
fine.
I just know I have to interrupt you real quick to tell you both that we got our camera back.
The webcam's back.
Webcam's back.
Hey, guys.
I got it back. How about that?
What happened?
That almost sounded like I was starting a song. Like, got a country song going on here. Yeah, we got the webcam back, everybody. So you can, the easiest way to do this to watch our webcam is by going to kbsmedia.com. And in the top right-hand corner of our homepage there's a little YouTube button. Just click on that. It'll take you straight to it. And just click on today's video and you can check us out live.
Have a lot of people say, hey, we've only put a face to the voice.
Right.
And when they see us in person, I'm like, well, you can always put a face to the voice. Just go to the webcam.
And I actually did my hair and stuff today.
I know. And
Thank goodness.
You set that up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did that on purpose. This webcam's been working for the past 3 weeks. I just liked wearing sweats.
I know.
That's all that really went on right there. So back to the conversation about Alon out there. Something, it's not just the red hats too. I mean, those are the guys like, the red hats are almost like your first responders.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
When something happens out there, they're the safety guys that go through the intense training on learning to actually put out the fires and stuff like that. But just in general, as a whole, the entire company out there at Alon and the contractors included that work out there do a great job on safety and keeping everything safe out there. There's so much training that you have to go through just to walk into that facility.
Yep.
That you have to know about that place.
Everybody out there works together. They work as a body. They work, even the receptionist, the people that sit at the gate, they're all working together.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody, they all have different jobs, but when something like that happens, they all pull together and work how they're supposed to. It's a big deal. Something like that's a very big deal. So.
Yeah, it's huge. And they do a great job. So shout out to all the men and women that work out there and help keep us safe, and to all of our fire department, all of our first responders in there, the local, the county, and the volunteers. Just a shout out to all you guys for all the hard work you put in to keep us safe. And
who was out there yesterday? Station 3.
Yeah.
Here on 11th. Shout out to Station 3. What?
That's great. I mean, these guys don't get near enough recognition, and what they do isn't easy.
No, not by a lot.
They save our lives.
And it takes a special person to do something like that. That's not just anyone can go get a career in law enforcement or go become a firefighter. You don't do that for the glory or the money. You don't. And they don't get enough credit. They get a lot of people saying stuff, people stopping them in stores and saying, why are you buying that, on our money? No, we get paid. This is our money. Exactly.
We pay taxes
for this. Just like you do.
Yeah. And the thing is a lot of these guys, especially like the paramedics and firemen, when they're not at work, they're working out so they can stay in shape. They are. To maybe save you one day. Yep. Like, you know what I mean? So these guys put a lot of work into this.
You have to have a certain character.
You really do.
To be a fireman or a policeman. And a lot of these guys have a great character, and you got to be a certain kind of person to do that. Not just anybody can. Yeah. And a lot of people go around complaining about, our law enforcement and stuff like that. Most of it's because you're doing something wrong. Right. Quit doing so much stuff wrong, and you're not going to complain. For the majority.
But that one day that you're going to need someone, you will understand what it's all about.
That's going to be the first people you call.
Whenever you find yourself in a situation out there, if your car gets broken into or your home gets broken into or something happens and you need law enforcement or someone there to help, they're going to be there because that's their duty. You're not going to call a salesman. You're going to call law enforcement. Exactly.
Yep. I mean, nothing against salesmen. Sorry.
Yeah,
you're right though.
Sorry, guys.
But you're right. I mean, it's their job. And the thing is it doesn't matter if 2 weeks prior to them, you needing them, you did something dirty to them. They're still going to be there because that's their duty. Never mind. They could not like you one bit on a personal level, but they're still going to save your life. Still going to be professional and help get there. As a matter of fact, I saw a guy. I had my life saved because I'm diabetic also, and I passed out one time many years ago. I saw that firefighter crossing the street at Walmart yesterday. Yeah. And I was like, hey, I haven't got to see you. It was Butler. Yeah. He's like one of the senior EMS guys. Right. And I got to thank him yesterday for saving my life. That's awesome. I was like, hey, you're awesome. See, kids have a mom because of you. My kids are like, thank you. See, that's cool right there. That's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff right there. Hey, let's take a real quick break and we'll be back with more Gooney in the morning. Got a lot of stuff going on locally that we're going to talk about coming up on KBST AM and FM.
It's the lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's, and it only happens twice a year. With your Savings Pass, get 60% off men's sportswear from Izod and USPA, and children's clothes from Carter's and Oshkosh. 60% off Rampage boots, 70% off our entire stock of fine jewelry. Plus, buy one, get one free from our entire stock of Vanity Fair, Bally, and Playtex. Don't miss out on this twice-a-year event. Your lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's.
Choate Well Service has lots of equipment for your water well needs. We drill water wells that are always cased and gravel packed to keep the well from caving and sanding in. Choate Well Service drills and finishes a well to state specifications for oil well sites and domestic applications. For your water well needs, call us. Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business.
I'm Danny Flanagan. Some topics are easy to talk about. Cremation isn't one of them. But when planning a funeral, it's a good idea to consider all the choices. At Nally Pickle & Welch Funeral Home and Crematory, we can help. If you're considering cremation, we can explain all the alternatives for a dignified, personalized service. Did you know that with cremation, you can still have a visitation, memorial gathering, interment, and all the regular funeral services? Contact Nally Pickle & Welch for a free brochure on cremation and cost. We'll answer all your concerns.
Good morning, Gooney here from KBST's Gooney in the Morning, and let me talk to you real fast about Suddenlink. And you know, I have Suddenlink in my home, and it is amazing, but it even got better. Just recently, they announced that they're going to have the SEC network. Check that out. It's going to be available on Suddenlink August the 14th. This is your all-access pass to the Southeastern Conference. They're going to have over 1,000 live events that include football, men and women's basketball, baseball, softball, just so much more. It's amazing. You get so much with Suddenlink. You need to switch over right now. It's the best time to save big during the big switch event from Suddenlink. Suddenlink's faster, better, easier. It's time to join the thousands who switch to Suddenlink each month. You can get SL200 HD TV for as low as $37 a month. Get Suddenlink's 30-day money back, and we promise guarantees. Call 694-7721 or visit suddenlink.com.
I've always tried to be fair and compassionate to everyone that I come across, so I know that I can do that in the JP Court.
Robert Fitzgibbons, candidate for Justice of the Peace, has had an impressive career as a Big Spring policeman.
My 30 years of dedicated law enforcement experience has been right here, Big Spring, Howard County, one employer.
Political ad paid for by Robert Fitzgibbons, candidate for Justice of the Peace.
Ladies, Dazzling Decor invites you to feel the power. When your phone battery is low, put it in your purse and get charged. That's right, put a dead phone in your purse and pull it out fully charged, thanks to the Mighty Purse. It's a stylish leather purse that charges your phone on the go. Yes, the Mighty Purse has a smartphone charger built in. The Mighty Purse at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry. The Mighty Purse. Feel the power on the go at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry.
Lonnie Edwards of Toledo puts paint on a canvas, then has chickens walk on it to create claw art.
I was sort of low on chicken, supply of chicken, so I borrowed 3 from my neighbor, and I put them in with my hands, and that was a mistake. They fought. I really came out with some wild paintings that time.
Weekdays at 8:15 a.m. on KBST.
Coming to theaters near you, the hottest movie of the summer. Wait, wrong voice track. You're listening to Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Don't stop the beat. I can't control my feet. People in the street. Come on, everybody, and move your feet.
Don't stop the beat. I can't stop the beat. I won't stop
the beat.
Yo, welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is finally Friday, October 24th, 6:50 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you, getting up and on your way this morning. I want to give a shout out to the Steer Nation today. Big day for the Steer Nation. Yeah. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
Kayla K with us this morning.
Hey.
Hey, guys, I got a pretty cool phone call. I got an update from the district meet for Big Spring. Yeah. They, of course,
cross country competed in district yesterday. There's a couple boys on the junior high team. Coach said that it wasn't a real full junior high team, but he has 2 boys on the team. Both of them placed 4th and 1st. So we had a 1st place from the junior high boys there and a 4th. The junior high girls team placed 1st overall. The JV girls placed 2nd overall in the district meet. The JV junior varsity boys won district yesterday. So congratulations to all of them. And your varsity boys and girls varsity cross country teams from Big Spring High School both got 2nd place at district yesterday.
Wow.
Congratulations
Wow.
to all of those young men and women right there. That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Woo! Round of applause.
That's a great way to start off your Friday.
It really is.
Right there, because it's a big Friday. Of course, the Lady Steers volleyball team going to be in action out there. The varsity team going to be out there tonight against Stephenville.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be great stuff going on.
I wish I could be there. I have to be here.
Oh, man. You'll still get to hear it, though.
I do.
On KBS 95.
KBS 95.7.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're going to go to this one?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ryland's
That's
already
awesome.
pumped up for it.
Oh.
Keeps running around the house.
Fantastic.
Football.
That's great. Yeah, that's really cool. It's an exciting time of year. Of course, the Coahoma Bulldogette varsity team also want to give them a shout out. They have a big game tomorrow. They've only lost 1 district match.
Yep.
All district season. They're 3-1, and that 1 loss that they have is against Colorado City, and they're playing Colorado City at home tomorrow. So I want to wish all them good luck. They're after a district championship in only their 2nd season as a program. That's
is
huge
awesome.
right there.
Yes.
Wow. That's huge right there. So a shout out to those ladies. They're doing a fantastic job. Get out there and take it to the Lady Wolves, I guess.
Oh.
Is that what that is?
Is that a wolf?
And before the game tonight, they're going to have some really cool stuff going on out there. Tailgate party.
They're going to be
type
tailgating.
atmosphere.
Yep.
Yes.
It's going to happen. It's going to start at 5:30 from 7:30 p.m. You can get brisket burrito plates with the burrito, chips, drink, and a dessert only for $8.
I'm
That's
there.
not bad.
I'm there.
$8.
I don't have to be here till 6:30, so I'm going there to get one.
There you go.
They're going to be raising money for their trip to New York Fashion Week this year.
That's so cool.
They're going to be selling shirts, lanyards, headbands, keychains, blankets, all kinds of stuff, and it's all going to be handmade by the Fashion Club.
That's incredible right there.
You need to go out and support these kids so they can go to their fashion week.
And everyone, I want to remind everyone to wear black as well.
Yes, wear
today.
black out the stadium.
Both of you ladies look fantastic. Both wearing your black Steers outfits. Way to go. Everybody just follow suit, follow right in line there. Wear your black. Let's black out the stadium tonight and just show the Steers your support. Also, the cheerleaders are selling these Steers Spirit bundles right now. It's really cool. It's only $5 and it includes one of those blow horns.
Yes.
I know everybody thinks they're annoying, but hey, guess what? If we think they're annoying, so does Stephenville.
Exactly.
So everybody needs to buy
Everybody
these. We need
needs
to
to get
sell these out because you get a horn.
Ooh.
You also get a couple of little pom-pom things.
2 pom-poms.
2 poms, and a face tattoo.
Who doesn't want a face tattoo?
Right?
I have
want
a
one.
cowbell, and it's painted black and gold, and it has
cowbell.
like nuts and bolts.
Oh,
in
you
it.
got one of
It's
those?
loud.
Those are real loud.
I'll get it from my dad's house.
Tim Walsh brought one of those to the Pigskin Prediction Show a few weeks ago. It's loud.
Yeah, well, he handmade it. Like he welded it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all
Wow.
handmade,
I'll bring
hand
that thing.
painted.
This is really cool though. You got a big horn, 2 pom-poms, and a face tattoo for only $5 right there. You can actually purchase them separately as well if you'd like to. The horns are only $4 and the poms are $2 for a set of them. You can pick these up at the front office of the high school while supplies last. So get on out there though. If they have them, they'll also be selling them at the football game if they have them. That's the key right there. Not sure if that's going to happen. Also, be sure to get your birthdays and anniversaries into our Facebook page, facebook.com/KBS957. We'll be reading those live and on the air along with your sweetheart of the days. Heather, you got some good school lunches today?
Fantastic school lunches.
Good. That's what we like to hear. We'll have that when we return. TSN's up next on KBST AM and FM.
Ever seen a diamond in the flesh? I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address.
TSN News, I'm Mitch Carr. U.S. Senator John Cornyn enters tonight's only Senate debate against his Democratic opponent with an 18-point lead in one of the latest polls.
Multi-million-dollar Dallas dentist David Alamil is campaigning on immigration reform, approving the DREAM Act, and developing a work permit program.
We're going to win this November, and we're going to turn Texas blue. God bless you, and God bless this great state of Texas.
Cornyn sees this election as another way to dash the hopes of Texas Democrats.
Texas blue? Give me a break. Nor do we want to turn over the Senate seat that Sam Houston first held, which I currently occupy, to a Democrat in November. Are you with us?
In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
A North Texas pastor is suing the federal government over the requirement to provide health coverage, including abortion-inducing drugs. The suit's been filed by Chuck Swindoll, who heads up the Insight for Living Ministries and is chancellor of Dallas Theological Seminary. The Dallas Morning News reports the suit names the Secretaries of Health and Human Services, Labor, and Treasury, as well as their agencies. The ministry is being represented by the Liberty Institute. Gasoline hasn't been this cheap in a long time. The North Texas average, for example, is about $2.80 a gallon. Energy expert Tom Closa says the question is, does oil hang around the $80 a barrel mark, or is there a price crash coming?
I would have said that the idea of a price crash would have been a 1 in 100 chance at the beginning of the year, but maybe it's a 1 in 3 chance now.
And he says the U.S. is producing 3.5 million more barrels a day than it did 3 years ago. The elephant walk has been a Texas A&M tradition since 1926, but PETA is now asking the university to stop using live animals. This year's walk, the 86th, is set for November 8th and involves seniors going to campus landmarks. PETA's Brittany Pete says concerns have been raised about people being at risk while walking with the elephants. The animal rights group says it's also opposed to having the animals stand for pictures being taken with students. Texas A&M has not responded to the letter, and a university spokesperson had no comment on PETA's request. The letter also calls for A&M to stop using any animals at live events, including Reveille 8. Well, since the death penalty was reinstated, Texas has executed more people than any other, but some people believe that may be changing. Kristen Houle is executive director of the Texas Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty and says Texas seems to be moving away from executions. The state has carried out 9 so far this year, with a 10th plan for October 28th, but that would be the lowest number carried out in Texas since 1996. This is TSN News.
From the rolling prairie to the piney woods and everywhere in between, a Mueller metal roof is always right at home. Our variety of panel styles and color choices complement your natural landscape, providing both outstanding beauty and protection to your home. And wouldn't you love to have a worry-free roof overhead? With a 30-year limited paint warranty, our energy-efficient coatings will provide a fresh and vibrant look for decades. Visit our website at MuellerInc.com to view our photo gallery and take advantage of the interactive color selector tool to help you decide which panel and color style best suits your style of home. Remember, every Mueller roof is made by Mueller in one of our 3 manufacturing facilities. And with 29 sales locations across the Southwest, Mueller is always ready to deliver friendly personal service before, during, and after your purchase. Call us today at 877-2-MUELLER or stop by and see us soon to make a Mueller metal roof part of your natural scenery. That's 877-268-3553.
A federal judge has dismissed 2 lawsuits stemming from the government's alleged mistreatment of conservative groups that had applied for tax-exempt status. 42 organizations had sued the government, the IRS, and individual IRS officers for constitutional violations. In the decision, U.S. District Judge Reggie Walton said federal courts in Washington do not permit financial claims against individual IRS defendants for alleged constitutional violations. He also ruled the IRS had suspended the practice of using watch lists, thus removing one of the grounds for legal action. And 2 U.S. senators are demanding a nationwide recall of cars with faulty airbags that are suspected in 4 deaths and multiple injuries. So far, it's just a regional recall, including Texas. I'm Mitch Carr on the Texas State Network.
TSN, with news every hour. This is KBST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC
ABC News, I'm Richard Davies. The trace is on. Health workers in New York City are working to trace anyone who might have come into contact with a doctor who was sick with Ebola. This is the city's first case. The physician had recently worked in West Africa. ABC's Sheree Preston in New York says some are worried.
The problem is fear. New Yorkers are afraid they'll get Ebola from riding the subway or dining several tables away at a restaurant or bowling at the same time as Dr. Craig Spencer, who immediately called health officials when his temperature spiked and he started showing symptoms several days after returning from Guinea, where he was working with a group Doctors Without Borders.
Health experts say Ebola is not spread as easily as some other viruses.
It's so important to remember, even in such a big city, you only get Ebola if you're in contact with a patient's body fluids. And this is a doctor. We hope that he contacted and reached out for help with the earliest symptom when he wouldn't be able to spread it.
ABC News health and medical editor Dr. Richard Besser in New York. We're learning more about Wednesday's deadly assault in Ottawa. ABC's Aaron Katersky in the Canadian capital this morning.
After the first shots rang out, the gunman ran down a hallway, passing 2 caucus rooms filled with members of parliament, including Prime Minister Stephen Harper himself. With bullets flying, Harper hid in a closet, guarded, the Globe and Mail reports, by lawmakers who snapped off flagpoles to use as spears. After several moments, Harper's security detail entered the room and rushed him from the building. The RCMP says from now on it will take a more active role in guarding the Prime Minister.
That gunman shot and killed a soldier at a war memorial before going into the Canadian Parliament complex, and he began shooting. He was then killed. A new report by the human rights group Amnesty International has criticism for the tactics used by police in Ferguson, Missouri, as they dealt with protesters. Among the criticisms, a militarized response. This is ABC News.
There's a brotherhood of guys who love getting under the hood. Among them, a simple shared principle. My engine, my responsibility. Step up this fall with 1 gallon of Peak 50/50 Long Life Antifreeze on sale for $10.99. Plus get an additional $3 back by mail. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage.
Mail-in rebate void where prohibited. See store for details.
My bad back loves my Craftmatic.
My bad back loves my Craftmatic bed.
My bad back loves my Craftmatic adjustable bed.
These aren't actors. They're real people who sleep better every night thanks to their Craftmatic adjustable bed. Just call 800-371-9576. That's 800-371-9576 for prices and free information on today's Craftmatic adjustable beds. Call 800-371-9576. That's 800-371-9576.
Swarms of motorcyclists are an occasional hazard on busy highways. ABC's Brandy Hitt in Los Angeles says the California Highway Patrol is asking for the public's help after one dangerous example.
The search is on for the swarm of 50 motorcyclists who took over a Northern California freeway 2 weeks ago, popping wheelies, standing on their seats, and taunting a CHP officer who tried pulling them over.
They can't expect that just because they're skilled at doing this type of riding that they're not going to have an incident.
Officer Ross Lee says patrolmen were forced to end the high-speed pursuit in Milpitas, fearing it would put the public in more danger. Brandy Hitt, ABC News.
Still with road safety, 2 U.S. senators are demanding the government issue a nationwide recall of cars with faulty airbags, suspected in 4 deaths and multiple injuries. Those airbags made by a Japanese auto parts firm. They can cause metal fragments to fly out. This is ABC News.
The Big Green Egg, the most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill? Is it an oven? Or a smoker? The answer is yes. You can sear steaks, chops, and fish with a flavor-packed crust unmatched by other grills. High-temperature steakhouse grilling, even at 750 degrees, is quick and easy. The Big Green Egg bakes bread, pizza, cookies, cakes better and quicker than your kitchen oven. You may never bake indoors again. Meals are more memorable when you roast a turkey or ham on a Big Green Egg. The moisture retention produces the most flavorful meat you have ever tasted. The construction of the egg allows for extreme flexibility at low heat or when used as a smoker. The egg gives the best results with turkey, ham, brisket, chicken, or ribs. Want a slow cook at low heat for 14 to 16 hours? No problem. Convenience is the name of the game. So stop in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through 2nd grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
Woods Boots are the best. Woods Boots has been owned and operated for 4 generations by the same West Texas family for 49 years. We're celebrating our anniversary, and you are getting all the savings. A large group of ladies' corral boots are $49 off. A large group of men's long sleeve and all short sleeve shirts are 49% off. A large group of men's boots from Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama are only $129.99. And all straw hats are 49% off. So come celebrate our 49 years in business. Woods Boots, the original since 1965. Eastside 20 in Colorado City.
Need cash fast? Cash Pawn loans on tools, electronics, musical equipment, gold, and much more. Cash Pawn will pay you for any of your used or unwanted guns. Turn your broken or unwanted gold into cash fast. No need to worry about bad credit or credit checks. You're guaranteed to get your money quick. Cash Pawn loans to help you in your time of need. It's friendly, convenient, and confidential. Let Cash Pawn be your #1 pawn shop, located at 210 North Gregg Street in Big Spring.
Okay, everyone, here it is. If I can't beat any deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. I've been trying to convince everyone to just give us a shot. Shop right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford. And still people are spending more money to buy somewhere else. So let me repeat that. If Big Spring Ford can't beat any written deal on a new Ford, I will just give it to you. That's right. It is time for everyone to buy all of their Fords right here in Big Spring at Big Spring Ford. We have every financing option available, so we can get you financed. We have great people who will take care of you. A service department that will do everything they can to fix your vehicle right the first time and get it back to you as soon as possible. We want to earn your business and keep all of that tax money right here to help the people of Big Spring. So come see us at Big Spring Ford. And remember, if we can't beat any deal on a new Ford, we will just give it to you.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone.
Your best place for Big Spring Steers football is K-Best 95.7. The action starts every Friday night at 6:15 with the Pigskin Prediction Show, followed by the K-Best Sports Broadcast Team. Brought to you by Cowboy Steakhouse in Big Spring.
And there's 3 ways to hear the Steers.
On your radio at 95.7, online at kbestmedia.com, or on your mobile device. Just download the free app called K-Best 95.7. Then get ready for some football on your best place for Steer Sports, K-Best 95.7.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group News for Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday, October 24th, 2014. It's currently 7:08 a.m. and 62 degrees outside. I'll have your complete weather forecast coming up. And if you saw black smoke in the air around the refinery yesterday morning, there was no reason to be alarmed. It was just Alon's annual emergency response drill. And KBST News was there to see how the refinery prepares in case of an emergency. We spoke with Safety Supervisor Joel Leonardi about yesterday's emergency drill.
What we do is our annual salt well drill. This satisfies the Texas Railroad Commission on our readiness and preparedness for an event that involves a salt well storage. So annually we're out there. We practice both response as well as setting up the EOC, the Emergency Operations Center, practicing the craft really of how to be defensive or offensive in a fire attack.
I also asked Mr. Leonardi what he thinks they can do to make this community feel at ease in case of an emergency.
Out here in the refinery, we pride ourselves on doing everything we can to make this the safest refinery around. I mean, everywhere. We try to keep everything in the pipes. We want to make sure that our response team is ready. We want to make sure our management team is ready, and that the community, therefore, would benefit in feeling more comfortable that we're ready to respond and then remediate any issue that may pop up.
Alon USA Big Spring Refinery uses drills like this to better themselves in case of a real emergency, and the overall results of yesterday's drill went very well. A media release from the Big Spring Police Department states that Wednesday at approximately 9 p.m., the Big Spring Police Department officers were dispatched to 1002 North Main at the Northcrest Apartments in reference to a gunshot victim. When officers arrived, they located the victim, identified as 25-year-old Alfredo Harper. Harper was found lying outside and between two of the apartment buildings. Harper was found to have been shot in the arm, abdomen, and hip. Harper was immediately transported by EMS to a landing zone for helicopter transport to Midland Memorial for treatment. The initial investigation revealed some type of verbal altercation occurred between Harper and the suspect in the parking lot of the apartments, when the suspect pulled out a handgun and fired multiple rounds, striking Harper. Harper was found to have run approximately 100 yards through the apartment complex before collapsing. The suspect is believed to have departed the apartment complex prior to officers' arrival. At the time of this release, Harper's condition is unknown. This is an ongoing investigation, and no further information is available at this time. But if you have any information regarding this shooting, please call the Big Spring Police Department and Howard County Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS. That's 263-8477. And the Munster Mash Dash and Dance will kick off with an event unlike any other on October 31st. Runners will compete on a 0.4-mile course that starts and ends in the Munster Mash Pit on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel. That's at 200 East 3rd Street. Participants must dance for 20 seconds before running their next lap, and winners will be determined in 3 categories: the most laps, best costumes, and best dance moves. You must register by Sunday, October 26th to get a free t-shirt. And later that night, there will be a movie presentation by the Big Spring Film Society at 10 p.m. on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel. Members of the Big Spring High School Fashion Club will be hosting a tailgate fundraising event. They will be selling $8 burrito plates and products created by the high school students tonight at the football game between Big Spring and Stephenville. Club members are raising funds for a trip to New York during Fashion Week, so be sure to stop by to check out their products and help support the Big Spring Fashion Club as well tonight. The Relay for Life community kickoff will take place on Saturday, November 1st. That's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. inside the Springtown Plaza. They will be doing their kickoff, and teams will be selling prepared foods or crafts to start their fundraising for the 2015 Relay for Life Howard and Glasscock counties. Food sales will be by donation only. And if you or your team would like to participate, please contact Beverly Grant at 432-935-4290. There is still time for families to apply for the Salvation Army's annual Angel Tree program. The Salvation Army will accept applications for the annual Christmas gift program through October 30th. The Angel Tree program provides Christmas gifts for qualifying children and seniors every year. Applicants are screened through interviews at the local Salvation Army office located at 811 West 5th Street. And Elbow Creek Farmers Market and Yellow Rose Animal Rescue are teaming up to host a pumpkin patch adoption event at Elbow Creek Hay and Feed located at 5101 West FM 818. That'll be on October 25th from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be pumpkins for sale. You can even take photos with your pets. If you have any questions, you can call 432-398-5271. That is this Saturday. And just a reminder today, the 4th Annual Howard County Bazaar to benefit the United Way will take place from 8:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. at the Commissioner's Courtroom on the 3rd floor of the courthouse. The United Way of Big Spring in Howard County invites you to dine out for Dine Out Days. It's a way for you to enjoy some great food while helping to support its 17-member agencies. This week, Dine Out Days is at Crispy's Cafe, and a portion of their sales will go to benefit the United Way of Big Spring and Howard County. Crispy's Cafe is located at 1904 Birdwell Lane. In obituaries, Retta Spradling, 92, of Big Spring, died Monday, October 20th, in a Midland hospital. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. today, October 24th, at the First United Methodist Church. Interment will follow at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Arrangements are under the direction of Natalie Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Zula Thompson, 70, of Big Spring, died Tuesday, October 21st, in a local hospital. Memorial services will be held at 2 p.m. tomorrow, October 25th, at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Richard Raymond Tobias, 81, of Brownwood, died Tuesday, October 21st, at his residence. The family will receive friends from 6 to 7 p.m. this evening, October 24th, at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Will be held 25th at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Interment will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. Arrangements are under the direction of Nellie Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Bobby Baker, 80, of Sand Springs, died Tuesday, October 21st, at Scenic Mountain Medical Center. The family will receive friends tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Funeral services will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow at Myers & Smith Chapel, with burial following at Cahoma Cemetery. Jaynette Smith Harden, 76, of Willow Park, formerly of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd, in Burleson, Texas. Funeral services will be Monday, October 27th, at 11 a.m. at Myers & Smith Chapel, with burial at Cahoma Cemetery. Leonard Dean J.R. Gerard Jr., 47, of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd, at Midland Memorial Hospital. Services are pending at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. KBST News Time is 7:17 a.m., and this portion of your news is brought to you by Myers & Smith Funeral Home. We'll be back with the sports and a look at your weather right after this.
There are any number of ways to create a fitting farewell to a loved one lost. We can help you decide which one is right for your family.
We talked a lot about what kind of ceremony to have.
I think we made the right choice.
A full range of funeral services, all delivered with sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers & Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST News Time is 7:18. Your full Howard County weather forecast is coming up. But first, KBST Sports Director Gooney with your sports.
Thanks, Kayla. Of course, the Big Spring Steers got a big game tonight, Friday Night Football. They're going to be playing against the Stephenville Yellow Jackets, who come in with one loss on the season, the Lubbock Cougar, earlier this season, while the Steers are 5-1. Tonight, these two teams take the field as two short-created rival teams, now facing off in district action. 7:30 kickoff, and as always, you can hear that game on the best place for Steers sports, KBest 95.7, with the 7:15 pregame show with Jamie Scott, Tim Walsh, Tommy Walker, and Corey Wood following the Pigskin Prediction Show. The 6-1 Kahoma Bulldogs host the Post Antelopes tonight. Bulldogs are ranked 30th in Division 2-3A according to Max Preps. Post is coming off a big win over Ballinger, but has only one win on the road this season. You can catch that game on the Top Dog station for Kahoma football, the mighty 1490 KBST AM, with Josh Caudell and Adrian Abrego. They'll have a 7:15 pregame show, kickoff at 7:30. The Stanton Buffaloes have a long road trip ahead of them today as they travel to Coleman to take on the undefeated Blue Cats, who rank in at 4th in Division 2-3A according to Max Preps. The Herd comes into this game with a 2-5 record, looking to get their first district win on the road. The game kicks off at 7:30, and you can hear all the action on the station the Buffaloes roam. 94.3 The Fuse. Mark Richardson and Josh Paredes will have the call, starting with the 7:15 pregame show. Force End Buffaloes will be home as well tonight, hosting the Ozona Lions. Force End coming off their second loss of the season after their loss to McCamey last week. Ozona comes into Forest End 5-2 after the 42-22 win over Cristobal. The game kicks off at 7:30. And be sure to follow our Facebook page at facebook.com/KBest957 to keep up with those scoring updates. Colorado City is going to be in Ballinger tonight. And check this out. 5 of our area 6-man schools are ranked in the top 20 of Division I 6A teams, according to Max Preps. Ranking in at number 1 in the state and second nationally behind Prairie High School from Cottonwood, Idaho, are your Ira Bulldogs. They're going to be traveling to Westbrook today. Ranking in at 3rd in the state, 4th nationally, Borden County is going to take on a 14th-ranked Grady team, and 8th-ranked Garden City is going to travel to Marfa for a good matchup tonight. Sterling City's ranking in at 18th in the state. They're going to travel to Robert Lee to take on a 6th-ranked team, and Sands, coming off a hot district record right now, 2-0, are going to be traveling to Grand Falls, trying to stay undefeated in district play. Big Spring Junior High and high school cross-country teams competed in the district meet yesterday. The 2 boys on the junior high team got 1st and 4th place, while the girls junior high team won the meet as a whole. The junior varsity girls got 2nd place as a team, while the JV boys won a district championship yesterday. And the boys and girls varsity cross-country teams from Big Spring High School both finished 2nd overall in the district meet. The Lady Steers volleyball teams will be in action against Snyder later this afternoon. The game originally scheduled for tomorrow was moved to today, with the varsity actually taking the courts first at 4:30, followed by the JV and freshmen. The freshman team will be at Big Spring Junior High at 5:30. The varsity squad comes in with the 7-1 district record, and you can catch the action on the mighty 1490 KBST AM with Tanner Churchwell and Chad Wash for a 4:20 pregame show. The Coahoma Bulldogettes volleyball team is hungry for a district volleyball title, and only their 2nd season as a program. Coahoma will be home against Colorado City tomorrow with pre-varsity games at 10 and 11, and the Bulldogette varsity squad taking the courts at noon. And Game 3 of the World Series is tonight from San Francisco with the 7 o'clock first pitch. The Giants and Royals are currently tied at 1 game apiece. We also had NFL Thursday night football action last night. Denver got the big win over San Diego, 35-21. For more information, log on to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the KBest Sports Center.
Thanks, Gooney. KBST News Time is 7:22 a.m. A complete look at your Howard County weather forecast right after this.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating. 267-9000.
The forecast you need when you need it. K-Best Weather.
That's right. Your KBST News Time is 7:22, and your Pinpoint 7 weather forecast calls for sunny skies today. Mostly sunny skies. There's going to be some patchy fog before 10 a.m. this morning. We're going to have a high near 85 degrees, winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight's going to be clear with the low around 59 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at sunny skies with a high near 86. Tomorrow night it's going to have a low around 60 degrees, winds out of the southwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies with a high near 89. Sunday night's going to be mostly clear with a low around 61 degrees. Pretty much going to be in the upper 80s all weekend. Enjoy your weekend, guys. It's going to be a nice one. I'm Kayla Kay with your K-Best Radio Group weather. Keep it locked on here because coming up we have local birthdays and Sweetheart of the Day on KBST's Gooney in the Morning right after this.
Whether you're selling or purchasing real estate property, you want to receive the kind of exposure that leads to faster closings at better prices. When selecting a real estate agent, you can count on Sherry Key and her agents at United Country Heart of the City Realtors. They will work hard for you. It will be worth your time to contact Sherry and her agents by calling 714-4555, or you may visit their website at heartofthecityrealtors.com. That's United Country Heart of the City Realtors in Big Spring.
Today, no matter what you're going through, God is on your side.
Through the hard times and the good,
God is on your side.
I have to praise you,
like I should. Hi, I'm Kevin Knutson, the pastor at Life Church here in Big Spring. Life Church is an exciting, vibrant, spirit-filled, multicultural church on the corner of 10th and Johnson. Every Sunday, there is contemporary worship, a dynamic, practical message from the Bible, fun and safe child care and children's ministry. There really is something for the entire family. Even though we worship in an old school, there's nothing old school about us. I would personally like to invite you to join us this Sunday at 10:30, or you can listen to us live every Sunday on 94.3 The Fuse. Our church website is golifechurch.com, and we hope you remember that no matter what you're going through, God is on your side.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is finally Friday. October 24th, 7:25 here at the KBS Studios. 62 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
Oh, it's finally Friday, Heather.
Yummy.
What do those lunches look like today?
All right, in Steer Nation today, they're having chicken parmesan or cheese or pepperoni pizza.
Chicken parm.
Over there in Buffalo territory in Forsan, they're having spicy chicken sandwich, turkey and cheese wrap, or popcorn chicken salad. And for the Bulldogs in Coahoma, they're having spicy chicken sandwich, sloppy joe, turkey and cheese wrap, or popcorn chicken salad. What's Sands' mascot?
Mustangs.
Well, in Mustang territory for Sands, they're having chicken parmesan with breadsticks, savory green beans, garden salad, and fresh apple slices.
Savory green beans.
Man, those adjectives make it so much better.
They do. We got some birthdays here on the Facebook page. We have Herman Hernandez wanted to wish his daughter Victoria Jade Hernandez happy birthday. Happy second birthday to Miss Victoria Jade there. I like that. It's a pretty name. Jade. Yes. Happy birthday. We also had a call-in. We had a call-in birthday for happy 25th to Mary Rogers. Happy birthday. And a call-in anniversary for happy anniversary to his lovely wife, Rachel. That's from Chano. Happy anniversary, guys. And you had a call-in birthday as well?
Not really. Well, kind of.
Something other than Facebook birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a happy 27th birthday to Jessica Rojo from your brother, Eddie Olivas.
Well, there we go. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Who's today's sweetheart?
Our sweetheart of the day is Miss Kim Walsh. She works over at H&B Mortgage, and she's also the wife of our voice of the Steers, Tim Walsh.
Well, congratulations, Miss Walsh. She'll be receiving a beautiful rose in a bud vase from the fine folks at Face Flowers today. Be sure to congratulate Miss Walsh. She puts up with a lot with Tim.
Yeah.
So thank her for everything she does. And give her $1 if you see her out there today. It's Friday. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. I also want to remind everybody that this portion of Gooney in the Morning is brought to you by Parks Insurance Agency. Parks Insurance Agency, one of the oldest insurance agencies here in Big Spring. They've been around since 1935. That's a long time right there. And you can get your home, your auto, motorcycle, business, any of that quoted with almost any national insurance agency around. Park Agency right there. They have access to people like the Hartford, Liberty Mutual, Progressive, Allstate, all those folks. Just get on down there. Ask for Mike Richardson. Tell them thanks for bringing you Gooney in the Morning. They're at 900 Main Street, 267-5504. And I remind everybody, slow down a little bit today in school zones. It's Friday. Kids are excited out there. And every Tuesday on Gooney in the Morning, we do give away a free meal for two.
Yes,
every
we do.
Tuesday to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe, located at 1307 East 4th Street on top of the hill. Brenda's is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 8. I almost said that backwards. From 11 to 8, Monday through Friday. Since today's Friday, Fish and Shrimp Day.
I was trying to give you a drum roll.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Fish and Shrimp Day there at Brenda's. From 4 to 8 tonight, all you can eat fish and shrimp. All you can eat. You can get a fish and shrimp combo plate for $10.25. All you can eat right there.
Wow.
That's some legit stuff, I'll have to say. It's
legitimate.
Pretty legit. Hey, exciting stuff. Got Mr. George Bancroft in the KBS Studios again.
Yes, we do.
He'll be joining us here in just a couple minutes. And we also have, there's a special guest with him too. Mr. Corey Wood, back again for more. Just can't ever get enough of this guy. We'll be right back with more Gooney in the morning. With we're gonna have to start calling that like the Steer Minute or something. We'll think of a cool name for it right here on KBST AM and FM.
Established almost 80 years ago, the Parks Agency is one of the oldest privately held insurance firms in the state of Texas. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson. Having lived in Big Spring all my life, Big Spring is my hometown. I encourage the growth we are seeing, but I also want to keep things local. We represent a variety of different insurance companies so we can compare coverage and price to give you, the customer, the absolute best possible value. So instead of being tied down to only one insurance company, come by 900 Main and let us show you the difference of going with an experienced local independent agent.
When you're out driving around West Texas in your pickup, chances are real good you're not thinking about parts on your vehicle wearing out. That usually comes as a surprise. When that does happen, and we hope it's not in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, call West Tex at 263-5000. You'll get in touch with people who can help you get rolling again. West Tex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Reason number 13 for choosing Back in Motion Chiropractic, state-of-the-art therapies.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jody Reed. At Back in Motion Chiropractic, we have many specialized types of treatment, therapeutic modalities, progressive chiropractic rehab, computerized range of motion testing, and state-of-the-art therapies not offered in most clinics. At Back in Motion, our number one goal is you.
Back in Motion Chiropractic, located on the corner of 12th and Scurry in Big Spring. Just call 267-BACK. That's 267-2225.
I'm Verna Finkenbinder. When my sister became ill and required constant attention, I turned to Parkview Nursing and Rehabilitation. It was wonderful. She received the professional care her condition required. I was able to confer with the owners whenever I had questions. Hometown ownership and management is one reason I turned to Parkview. I knew my sister was in the care of people who cared about her.
Parkview, 3200 Parkway, Big Spring.
I'm Adrian Calvio, and today I'm in my office finding the most suitable insurance for my growing list of customers. I'm a State Farm agent and handle home, car, and life policies as well as financial instruments. Speaking of instruments, I do play one, a guitar. You want to hear some? It's one of my favorite tunes. Anyway, come see me. We'll talk insurance and maybe I'll play something for you. I handle disability and long-term care insurance too. All kinds of insurance to give you peace of mind. My office is at 801 East FM 700. I got to get back to work.
And welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. We're here with the Steer Minute. I don't know. I haven't coined a good phrase yet or not, but that sounds pretty good right there. We got the NASCAR Minute on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the Steer Minute. It's a little longer than a minute, though, but George Bancroft here with us this morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining me, Mr. Bancroft. We also have back for round two, Mr. Corey Wood.
Hoorah.
Thanks for joining us again, Corey.
Hey, no sweat.
Guys, it's an exciting Friday. It's Steer Nation.
It is.
I hate to admit it, but I'm not excited about work today. I just want to get to the fun stuff.
I know, right? That's what I love about my job on Fridays. That's what the fun stuff is all day long. Oh, it's exciting.
I got the varsity volleyball at 4:30.
Yeah.
My daughter plays at 5:30, and then the game. Man, it's going to be a big day.
Oh, yeah. And your daughter, by the way, I want to give a shout out to her real quick. She's been doing fantastic this season. I've heard her name a lot there for the JV varsity squad, or the freshman varsity squad.
I'm very proud of her. She's worked hard.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. Now, Corey, of course, you'll be out there on the sidelines for the Steers tonight, doing the sideline reporting, calling the game. You do a fantastic job on that.
Oh, thanks.
And what I'm hearing a lot of people talk about is whenever you come on and whenever you come up and talk to the band and stuff like that, whenever you get the involvement going around the atmosphere, that's what people are really talking about. You're doing a great job, man. Good job.
Yeah. I think it really puts the listener there with us. And that's really the goal is for them to draw a picture in their mind of what we see.
Right. Well, of course, we could talk about this all day long, guys, but that's not what we're here about. Of course, Corey, you guys do other. Yeah, there you go. You guys do more important stuff that goes on there at the school too, right?
Well, yeah. And Corey came in last week, and we were just visiting about his department and things that they do, and it occurred to us during the course of that conversation and shortly after, we really need to give some information to parents on a couple of things that they need to know. Corey is a relative expert at One of them is social media, and then the other is just internet hazards, I guess you would say. So, Corey, if you could, I'm a dad.
Okay.
What do I need to know about preventive measures for social media?
Okay, so let's talk about the three major pieces of social media that we see today: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I mean, those are the three biggies. Those are the three that almost every child starting at about the age 7 wants to get on and wants to become a part of. But there's this kind of huge caveat, and a lot of parents don't even know it exists, but it's called COPPA, C-O-P-P-A, and it's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. And what that law does is it prevents companies from requesting personal information from anyone who is under the age of 13. So if we're talking Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, those three companies don't even allow you to create an account unless you tell them you're over 13 years old.
Right. So you have to lie to get those.
If you're less than 13, yes.
Yeah.
And so here's the big hole that exists there is there are, I don't know, millions probably of kids who have lied about their age, and then they wanted to play Farmville or some other game that is there, and so by doing so they've agreed to allow Farmville to take their personal information, and they're less than 13 years old. And by personal information, I mean, if you put it there, they can have it.
Right.
If you put your address there, they have it. If you put your telephone number there, they have it, and they can legally ask for it.
Right.
And so that is the big thing that parents really need to understand is just because those are communities and they're closed communities doesn't mean they're really all that safe. You really, really, really have to be careful about what personal information your child puts out there. Because at the age of 13 in the United States, and it reaches internationally a little bit, but not a whole lot. But at the age of 13, those companies can legally ask your child for their telephone number.
Well, let's talk about something that we all really need to know. Elaborate some on spyware. What can we put on that phone for some surveillance?
All right. So here's the thing about telephones is they are heavily regulated by the FCC. Which makes spyware or net nannies or any of those type of applications or protocols almost impossible to put on there because the FCC doesn't know that it's a 12-year-old that has the phone.
Right.
It assumes that it's an adult and is going to protect that adult's privacy at almost all costs. So there's not really anything you can shove on a telephone.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Now, what about some of these apps? Because you see some of these apps where you can actually trace phone records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If the phone is in your account or in your name or something like that, I guess that's one way that you could combat that.
Yeah, you can do things like that, but nothing compares to a conversation.
Right.
I mean, nothing. That is the biggest piece of advice that you can give parents. And my recent 13-year-old Joshua, who's probably listening right now, begged me for Instagram prior to his 13th birthday and begged me for Facebook prior to his 13th birthday. And then on his 13th birthday said, so I can get them now, Dad?
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I mean, go right ahead.
Right.
But nothing compares to that conversation. But there are little things like that that you can put on your own phone to look at some things like that. Some things you can put at home are, they're a dime a dozen. Probably the best one and oldest one is called Net Nanny. And I know it's kind of creepy on the whole name of it, but that's what it is.
I've learned from, say a friend of mine had a daughter, and if you take that phone away right in the middle of the day, you find things you don't find on there in the evening after they've had time to go through and groom that text feed a little bit.
Exactly.
Corey, we got just about a minute and a half. What are the internet hazards that parents need to be aware of?
Okay, so here's the truth, parents. The internet is made up of only about 3 to 3.5% pornography. Okay. That's it. 3 to 3.5%.
Right.
But here is the big hole with that. It is the easiest 3.5% to find.
Right.
By far. And the truth of the matter is that that industry has driven e-commerce in the United States.
Right.
They really laid the groundwork for like Amazon and the Google stuff and all of that. So it is very, very easy to get to. So parents, that is the biggest thing, because once you go down that rabbit hole, it's very, very deep and very, very hard to get out of. But nothing beats a conversation with your child.
Right. So that's the main thing, is just talk with your kids.
That's it.
Talk with them.
Yes.
And if you just have an open conversation with them, most of the time they'll tell you what you want to hear.
Either that or you'll know they're lying.
Yeah, there you go. Either way.
You learn the eyebrow twitches and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what it is. Well, guys, thanks. That's some very, very great information there that most parents can take and just use going forward. I mean, that's some good weapons to kind of give parents out there to know what to look out for and stuff like that. It's scary, but then again, if you don't talk to your kids, you're not going to know.
That's right.
Thanks, guys, for coming on again. The Steer Minute today, and we'll see you a little bit next Friday. All right.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot.
Steers.
There you
Go
go.
Steers.
Got it again.
Beat
George
Stephenville.
Bancroft and Corey Wood there on the on KBST on Gooney in the Morning. We'll be right back with the NASCAR Minute right here on KBST.
Manager of Tisha's Flooring Essentials here in Big Spring. If you've been to our showroom at the top of the rock between Subway and the hospital, then you know that Tisha's has an incredible selection of carpet, tile, wood, laminate, and luxury vinyl. Well, I'm happy to announce that Tisha's Flooring Essentials is running a special on cash and carry.
High five. Happy thighs.
Sheet vinyl is just $4.69 a yard, and luxury vinyl is as low as 89 cents a square foot.
Happy thighs.
If you've been thinking about adding some tile to your home or business, guess what?
What?
Tile at Tisha's Flooring Essentials is on sale as low as 85 cents a square foot.
Is not.
Yes, it is.
Is not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, very nice.
Now is also the time to get a great deal on carpet, because we have carpet in stock starting at $6.99 per yard.
Great.
With the holidays coming, now is a great time to spruce up your home.
Great.
Come see us at Tisha's Flooring Essentials or check us out on our Facebook page by typing in TICIA. Tisha's Flooring Essentials in Big Spring has everything you need from the floor up.
Oh, very nice.
It's the lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's, and it only happens twice a year. With your Savings Pass, get 60% off men's sportswear from Izod and USPA, and children's clothes from Carter's and Oshkosh. 60% off Rampage boots, 70% off our entire stock of fine jewelry. Plus, buy one, get one free from our entire stock of Vanity Fair, Bally, and Playtex. Don't miss out on this twice-a-year event. Your lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Clark, the new director for Nazarene Christian Academy, and we offer kindergarten through second grade. We love being able to pray and learn Bible stories with our students. We also have small classes, so that means more one-on-one time with each student. If you have any questions, please contact Alyssa Clark at 432-263-0203, or you can go by New Hope Christian School, where Nazarene Christian Academy is also located. We can't wait to hear from you.
Would you like to give to the troops this Christmas? Thanks to a local county program, you can. Howard County's Adopt a Military Hero Christmas for the Troops program needs military deployment addresses or APOs for any military hero that will be deployed this Christmas. They send 500 boxes each year filled with a lot of love and goodies from our area to our military. If you know someone and would like a gift box sent to them, please contact Debbie Burrow at 432-267-8554.
No joke. Hey, baby, are you an overdue library book? Because you got fine written all over you.
Oh, barf. What about that girl with the hoop earrings? Ridiculous. When she was dancing...
Megan, look out! Look out!
Oh my God, Becky. Becky, are you okay? My arm. I think it's broken. Can you bend it? It's already bent in the wrong direction. I can't believe this. I'm so sorry. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Really? Just buzzed?
Yeah, I swear.
Well, in that case, my arm is fine. Ah, that's better.
You're really okay? You're serious, Becky?
No, genius. I'm not serious.
Ow! My arm, it hurts.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
Now it's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning and 87 Auto Sales on the K-Best Morning Program.
That's right. It's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. I have Dale Coates and Tim Knox on the line. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Big Friday. We got a big race coming up this weekend. Going to kick things off in Martinsville. We got a new round of I guess, championship racers and kind of getting rid of some of the names you're used to hearing. What's going on in NASCAR, guys?
Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, it's they did get rid of some guys that we all thought would probably be there in that last round, and Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, those guys I really thought would be hanging around. Kyle Busch looked like he'd finally turned the corner and started doing things right, and he rode around in the back all day at Talladega trying to stay out of trouble so he could keep his name alive in the hunt, and got in a wreck while riding around in the back, and was really weird.
Yeah, I just kind of threw that whole theory out the window, and it's been a very, very weird chase. I mean, it hasn't gone down like anybody anticipated, I don't think. Everyone pretty much thought, Jimmy was going to be contending for 7. Dale looked very strong. Kyle Busch, you really always got to kind of throw into the mix, but you've got some names in there like Joey Logano and Ryan Newman and some other guys who's and even Kevin Harvick who there for a stretch during the season looks like he couldn't do anything right. So it's been very interesting to say the least. And Martinsville's a fun place to go to, and if you kind of want to start tying storylines together, we talked a few weeks ago about all the things that Brad Keselowski was doing, how he didn't have any friends, and he was going to really have a hard time moving into the next round unless he got a win. Well, he got the win. He's in the next round, but now we're at a track where you might see some payback.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he threw a Hail Mary at Talladega, and the Doug Flutie caught type situation, and he pulled it off. And what was odd about that was Matt Kenseth pushed him to that victory, the guy that had him by the neck the week before. So, Martinsville is a place for a payback, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some of that this week.
Well, and I think it's all dependent on how he's racing this week. I mean, if he's out there minding his P's and Q's and just kind of doing business accordingly, he may not see any this week, just to make sure tempers don't flare and things of that nature. And, you really don't want to get caught up with something if you're contending for a championship yourself. Some of those guys are that he made mad. Some of them aren't. But regardless, I think it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. Now, if he goes out there and starts showing his rear end in that race, there won't be a guy out there who won't hesitate to put him in the wall. just a guess.
Yeah, I don't think it's a situation where you see somebody just harpooning and put him in the wall for no reason. But I do think if there's a time where they have to move him to get him out of the way, that's going to happen. I mean, that's the way this deal works. And I really think that the story that hasn't been told for this race and the next race is if you win, you're going to Homestead for a chance to be a champion. So that really makes these 2 races a whole lot more exciting than people are giving it credit, because everybody thinks, well, it's not going to be exciting until we get to Phoenix, that last eliminator race. No, it's going to be exciting the next 3 weeks, because the win punches your ticket to a championship.
Well, and the one thing that you have to keep in mind with this, and this is what makes this round so unique, is you cannot points race. There's only one guy getting in on points. I mean, there's 3 positions that are going to be taken up. Realistically, 3 positions taken up by a win, unless you have a guy with, who doubles over and wins 2, maybe even 3. But realistically, you're looking at 3 positions being taken up by 3 wins and 1 person getting in on points out of 8. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, you cannot just think, well, a top 5 will do, because there's a good chance you could finish 4th 3 times in a row and it won't be good enough. So
right.
Well, and Dale, I know at the beginning of the chase, you had filled out a bracket. You could go in on NASCAR.com and fill out a bracket to see who you thought would be in the final 4 at the end, and then eventually the champion. How many guys have been kicked out of what you originally picked? Because this has been just kind of crazy here during the chase so far with Dale and Jimmy both out. Have you lost a lot of guys out of your original grid you filled out?
Yeah, I did. I lost, of course, I lost Dale Jr., who I picked to win the championship, and then I lost Jimmy Johnson.
And that's just crazy.
I've got Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon left.
There you go. Well, that's a crazy thing, Dale, is I doubt anyone in the nation that filled out a grid before the chase started picked those two guys to be sitting outside of the box right now.
No, not many. And I tell you, there's two guys that I'm really surprised are still there, and that's Carl Edwards and Brian Newman. I really didn't think those guys would make it this far, but they have a legitimate shot to be a champion.
Yeah, they've definitely turned it around a little bit. Someone else who's turned it around is Denny Hamlin. I think that guy, he's been kind of quiet all season long. And moving on into our picks right now, Dale, you're leading with 418. Tim, you got 457. I'm at 526. That's actually who I'm going to go with at Martinsville is Denny Hamlin this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think that's a bad pick per se. I mean, Denny's a great race car driver and everything, but there's just one guy who is extremely obvious at this track to pick, and I can't pass it up, and I'm going to go with Jeff Gordon.
Good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. You kidding me?
I told you I knew who you was picking. But that's the obvious pick, and that was my pick if you didn't take him. But with that pick taken, I'm going to take somebody sitting outside that's not even in the chase. Is just steal a win from some of these chase guys.
That's kind of gutsy. I'm going to go ahead and tip my hat to you there for letting me sneak in here to get this thing tied up after this week. Who are you going with?
I'm going to take Jimmy Johnson.
Really? Okay.
Hey, Jimmy's been known to do well at Martinsville there, and he might be racing with a little chip on his shoulder this week, so I think that's a good pick too. We'll see how it winds up, and we'll catch up with you guys on Monday. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, guys.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, you do the same. That's Dale Coates and Tim Knox with the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. More Gooney in the Morning on the way.
Fall is here and the savings continue at 87 Auto Sales with over 250 clean, pre-owned cars, pickups, and SUVs to choose from. They finance their customers right there at the dealership, so you drive away the very same day in the vehicle of your choice. 87 Auto has the right vehicle for your needs, serving West Texas since 1972. 87 Auto Sales on the corner of 3rd and Gregg Street in Big Spring. Right on the corner and right on the price. 87 Auto Sales.
Hi, this is Dale Coates with Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. It's fall again, which means football and cooler weather. Don't get sacked by the cold weather. Give us a call to make sure your system is working at its full capacity. And if you're searching for a new system, we can install a new Carrier high-efficiency system that will keep you comfortable for years to come and keep you from punting your electric bill every month. Call Dale Coates, your local Carrier dealer, at 714-4688. That's 714-4688.
Black and gold, we'll get them told. Big Spring High, we'll do or die. The perfect combination, a steer's favorite station. KBST and Big Spring High.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is finally Friday, October 24th, 7:52 here at the KBS studios. 62 degrees outside. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, you guys.
It's Friday, Heather.
It is Friday.
I'm excited. That means we got some Kick for Cash contestants.
Yes, but the way this panned out, nobody signed up for Force Hand. So if you want to kick for cash for Force Hand, we need to know, guys.
That's right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll draw names right quick for the Big Spring game and the Coahoma game, and we'll do something really cool to get somebody in the hat for Force Hand. So let's go ahead and we'll start off by drawing for Coahoma. Of course, out there in Coahoma, it's going to be $200 tonight for the Sonic Kick for Cash. You have your chance to make a 25-yard field goal, and $200 if you make it.
Yep.
At halftime of the game. Who do we have for Coahoma kicking tonight?
Coahoma, we have John Stevenson.
John Stevenson.
Yes.
Warm up that leg, John. Warm up that leg. You might as well just call in for the rest of the day. Go down to the field and practice some field goals. $200. That's worth a day calling in, right? I'm sure his boss is loving me right now.
Yeah.
Who's kicking at the Big Spring game? That's a big one. $300 up for grabs at the Big Spring game. Who do we got there?
We got Anthony Villapondo.
Well, congratulations, Anthony. And we'll be calling both of you guys later on to kind of give you the lowdown, let you know what's going to be going on, where to meet up, and all that good stuff. So once again, John Stevenson, you're going to be kicking the Sonic KBST Kick for Cash out in Cahoma. Anthony Villalpando, you're going to be kicking for the Big Spring game. $300 up for grabs there. That's awesome. And what we'll probably be doing is just taking some calls for Forsan, because we got to get somebody out there kicking for Forsan too. $100 up for grabs out there. Make a 25-yard field goal.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. Hey, I do want to give a quick shout out real quick. Hang on, let me go back to the page first. We had a birthday, one of our K-Best Club members, Jessica Rojo. Happy 27th birthday out there.
That was my birthday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's one of our K-Best Club members.
Wow.
How exciting is that?
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw that on there as I was pulling up the NASCAR Minute stuff. I was like, oh, we got a birthday on there. I got to say something.
Whoa.
And remember, guys, you can sign up for the K-Best Club too. Just go to kbestmedia.com and then just click on the tab right there, sign up. We don't require a lot of information. Mainly just ask for like your birthday and your email. That way we can give you birthday shout outs. Also, we got a YouTube back up and rolling today. Gooney in the Morning live. Sitting there watching you on your phone. Not paying attention.
No, it was
Put it down, Heather.
It was about the radio.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh. What was it about? You should share with all of us.
My shout out.
That's what
I got thanked for my shout out.
That's what I start doing, like in class, when your teacher calls you out for being on your phone. Why don't you share that note with the rest of the class, Heather?
I'm never bringing gum for you ever again.
Gum?
That's my last piece.
Hey, it's a big day. Of course, Stephenville coming to Big Spring to take on your Steers today. Big Spring kind of been waiting on this game since playoffs of last year.
Yep.
And they're excited about it. The Steer Nation is pumped up, ready to go. It's going to be a 7:30 game tonight. Get out there before the game, too. There's going to be some really cool stuff going on. They'll be selling some cool trinkets and some great food that's reasonably priced right there before the game. Kind of a tailgate party type atmosphere.
Yep. The Big Spring High School Fashion Club is hosting a tailgate right before the game, starting at 5:30 p.m., going on to about 7:30 till kickoff. You can get brisket burrito plates with a burrito, chips, drink, and a dessert. Price per ticket is $8. And what this is all for is they're raising money for their trip to New York Fashion Week.
That's awesome.
For this year. They'll be selling shirts, lanyards, headbands, keychains, blankets, all kinds of stuff. And all of this is handmade by the Fashion Club.
That's something really cool there that the Fashion Club is getting a chance to do, the opportunity to go to. So help them out, support them. Remember to wear black tonight. We are blacking out the stadium since we're taking on the Yellow Jackets. Show your Steer pride by wearing black out there. Of course, it will be a 7:30 kickoff. You can hear all the action on the best place for Steer sports, KBest 95.7. We'll have the pregame show at 7:15 following the Pigskin Prediction Show. Also, the cheerleaders are selling something pretty cool today. Some Steer Spirit bundles. Basically, it includes a horn, one of those big air horns that makes a lot of noise, 2 pom-poms, and you get a face tattoo for just $5. That's pretty cool right there. They're available at the office of the high school, and if they're still around, they'll be selling them at the game. So $5 will get you that Steer Spirit bundle. Help out the Lady Steers cheerleaders, but more importantly, support your Steers. Get out there and make some noise.
Yep, you got to show these guys some support.
And we got Dine Out Days going on this week.
It's at Crispy's Cafe.
There we go.
Crispy's Cafe is, it doesn't tell me where the...
Birdwell and
1904 North Birdwell Lane. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday. And this is going to be until the 25th. It's going to be at Crispy's Cafe.
Yeah, this week.
Yep.
That's exciting. Yeah, get on down there. You're going to go out and eat anyway. Might as well go eat at Crispy's and know that your money is going to help out a good cause, which is the United Way and the 17-member agencies that are here in Howard County. Also, Relay for Life, the new season kicked off here recently, and we've already got one of the big supporting teams around here for Relay for Howard and Glasscock County, the Scenic Mountain Medical Center Cancer Crushers. They're going to be having their first event for the year, the Burger Fundraiser at the Family Medical Center on Gregg Street this Saturday from 11 to 2. They'll have burgers, hot dogs, or sausage wraps that'll include a chips and a drink for only $5. Again, that's going to be from 11 to 2 Saturday. And also, this is really exciting. They're going to have those little world greatest chocolate bars, $1 a bar. They'll have those for sale out there. And for $6 a dozen, you can pick yourself up some frozen elk tamales.
That's the best part of it all.
Take them home, put them in the freezer, eat them when you want.
Man.
The Monster Mash Dance and Dash thing coming up. Did I get that right?
You did.
Wow.
Nailed it. Yeah, it's the Monster Mash Dance and Dash. It's a 0.4 mile loop. It's a little bit under a half a mile. There's a 30-minute time limit to this race. There's going to be multiple laps with 20-second thriller or monster mash between laps. You have to dance.
Wow.
And you have to wear a costume too.
That's cool.
Because you're going to be judged on 3 different categories: number of laps, total time, best costumes, and best dance moves.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Downtown, starting at the Settles. And it'll be run downtown. That's exciting right there.
Pre-race briefing is at 6:15, and it'll start at 6:25.
Go to PermianBasinEvents.com for more information on that one. They're also going to have the Howard County Bazaar today from 8:30 to 1:30. It's going to kick off here shortly in about 45 minutes or so. Going to go until 1:30 this afternoon at the 3rd floor of the courthouse in the commissioner's courtroom. There's going to be some great homemade treats out there. Get there early if you want something great. That's when the great stuff will be gone if you wait around till 1:30. So you want to get there early. Check out that stuff for the Howard County Bazaar. And also today, kicking off is the Holy Trinity Catholic Parish Fall Festival. It'll be kicking off today at 11 o'clock, going on till 7 tonight, and then all day tomorrow. They're going to have tons of great food out there. You can get yourself an asado plate, carne asada, chicken flauta, gordita plates, all for $8, or a combo plate for $9. If you can't make it out there, you can call in an order to 517-4491, 517-4491 to call in an order. On Saturday, that's when all the fun's going to begin. At about 6 o'clock, they'll have all the games and stuff out there for the kiddos, basketball, football throw, the duck pond, fish pond, all that good stuff. Get on out there for a great time, live music. Again, it's the Holy Trinity Catholic Parish's Fall Festival kicking off today and going on all day tomorrow as well. And we got some good coat drives coming up that are going on right now too, right?
One of them is the Eagles Auxiliary Coat Drive. Coats will be given to anyone needing a coat on October 25th from 12 noon till they run out of coats.
Awesome. And Forsan's also doing a great coat drive as well. Forsan High School Student Council, they paired up with the First Baptist Church out there at the Clothing Ministry, and they're holding a coat drive from now until October 31st. So parents of Forsan students, if you have any unwanted sweaters, jackets, anything like that, send them on with your kids. Wash them first, send them on in a plastic bag. Forsan High School, Forsan Elementary, they'll all be collecting these until the 31st. Good, a lot of great stuff. I think we got it all.
Yep.
I think we went down the list. Good stuff. All right, we got it. I should have make sure. Hey, do you have a favorite part of today's show?
The webcam working again.
That was exciting.
Yes.
That's exciting getting that back.
And we had 4 viewers.
I know.
Yeah.
My favorite part of today's show, the fog still being here.
I know that
just happened.
Wicked outside.
No, my favorite part of today's show is Steer Nation. Big day.
Woo!
Big day. Got a big game. Get your mind right, guys. Get your mind right. Hopefully made you laugh a little bit today, because remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
Park Place is special. Its residents enjoy special events and special meals. Special attention is paid to the security and comfort of each person living at Park Place. Park Place is affordable and conveniently located. Park Place is locally owned and personally managed by a member of the Cole family. A visit with Amanda Cole Calvio will give you special reasons to want to enjoy living at Park Place, 501 West 17th, Big Spring.
Westex Auto Parts on the Snyder Highway in Big Spring has helped so many drivers it's impossible to count them all. They've come to rely on Westex for its huge inventory of auto parts, especially parts for late model pickups. And it's not just the parts, it's the people behind the counter who know their business. Westex has been open since 1947. To be in business that long, you've got to be doing something right. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Heather Gentry with your K-Best Radio Group News, brought to you today by 14th and Main Church of Christ. It's Friday, October 24th, 2014. Time is 8:03 a.m. and it's 62 degrees outside. A little bit of fog as well. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. If you saw black smoke in the air around the refinery yesterday morning, there was no reason to be alarmed. It was just Alon's annual emergency response drill, and KBST News was there to see how the refinery prepares in case of an emergency. We spoke with Safety Supervisor Joel Lenardi about yesterday's emergency drill.
What we do is our annual salt well drill. This satisfies the Texas Railroad Commission on our readiness and preparedness for an event that involves a salt well storage. So annually we're out there. We practice both response as well as setting up the EOC, the Emergency Operations Center, practicing the craft really of how to be defensive or offensive in a fire attack.
KBST News also asked Mr. Leonardi what he thinks they can do to make this community feel at ease in case of an emergency.
Out here in the refinery, we pride ourselves on doing everything we can to make this the safest refinery around. I mean, everywhere. We try to keep everything in the pipes. We want to make sure that our response team is ready. We want to make sure our management team is ready, and that the community, therefore, would benefit in feeling more comfortable that we're ready to respond and then remediate any issue that may pop up.
Alon USA Big Spring Refinery uses drills like this to better themselves in case of a real emergency, and the overall results of yesterday's drill went very well. A media release from the Big Spring Police Department states that Wednesday at approximately 9 p.m., Big Spring Police Department officers were dispatched to 1002 North Main, it's Northcrest Apartments, in reference to a gunshot victim. When officers arrived, they located the victim, identified as 25-year-old Alfredo Harper. Harper was found lying outside in between two of the apartment buildings. Harper was found to have been shot in the arm, abdomen, and hip. Harper was immediately transported by EMS to a landing zone for helicopter transport to Midland Memorial for treatment. The initial investigation revealed some type of verbal altercation occurred between Harper and the suspect in the parking lot of the apartments. When the suspect pulled out a handgun and fired multiple rounds striking Harper, Harper was found to have run approximately 100 yards through the apartment complex before collapsing. The suspect is believed to have departed the apartment complex prior to officers' arrival. At the time of this release, Harper's condition is unknown. This is an ongoing investigation, and no further information is available at this time. The Monster Mash Dash and Dance will kick off with an event unlike any other on October 31st. Runners will complete on a 0.4-mile course that starts at and ends in the Monster Mash pit on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel at 200 East 3rd Street. Participants must dance for 20 seconds before running their next lap. Winners will be determined in 3 categories: the most laps, best costumes, and best dance moves. You must register by Sunday, October 26th to get a free t-shirt. And later that night, there will be a movie presentation by the Big Spring Film Society at 10 p.m. on the east lawn of the historic Settles Hotel. Members of the Big Spring High School Fashion Club will be hosting a tailgate fundraising event. They will be selling $8 burrito plates and products created by the high school students. Tonight at the football game between Big Spring and Stephenville, club members are raising funds for a trip to New York during Fashion Week. So be sure to stop by to check out their products and help support the Big Spring Fashion Club as well tonight. The Relay for Life Community Kickoff will take place on Saturday, November 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. inside the Springtown Plaza. They will be doing their cook-off kickoff. Teams will be selling prepared foods or crafts to start their fundraising for the 2015 Relay for Life of Howard and Glasscock counties. Food sales will be by donation only. If you or your team would like to participate, please contact Beverly Grant at 432-935-4290. There's still time for families to apply for the Salvation Army's annual Angel Tree program. The Salvation Army will accept applications for the annual Christmas gift program through October 30th. The Angel Tree program provides Christmas gifts for qualifying children and seniors every year. Applicants are screened through interviews at the local Salvation Army office located at 811 West 5th Street. Elbow Creek Farmers Market and Yellow Rose Animal Rescue are teaming up to host a pumpkin patch adoption event at Elbow Creek Hay and Feed, located at 5101 West FM 818 on October 25th from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. There will be pumpkins for sale. You can even take photos with your pets. If you have any questions, you can call 432-398-5271. Just a reminder that today is the 4th annual Howard County Bazaar to benefit the United Way will take place from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Commissioner's Courtroom on the 3rd floor of the courthouse. The United Way of Big Spring and Howard County invites you to dine out for Dine Out Days, a way for you to enjoy some great food while helping to support its 17 member agencies. This week's Dine Out Days is at Crispy's Cafe, and a portion of their sales will go to benefit the United Way of Big Spring and Howard County. Crispy's Cafe is located at 1904 Birdwell Lane. And in obituaries, Rita Spradling, 92 of Big Spring, died Monday, October 20th in a Midland hospital. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. today, October 24th at the First United Methodist Church. Interment will follow at Mount Olive Memorial Park. Arrangements are under the direction of Nellie Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Zula Thompson, 70 of Big Spring, died Tuesday, October 21st in a local hospital. Memorial services will be held at 2 p.m. tomorrow, October 25th at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Richard Raymond Tobias, 81 of Brownwood, died Tuesday, October 21st at his residence. The family will receive friends 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. this evening, October 24th at the Nellie Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Funeral services will be held at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow at the Nally Pickle and Welch Rosewood Chapel. Interment will follow at Trinity Memorial Park. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Bobby Baker, 80 of Sand Springs, died Tuesday, October 21st at Scenic Mountain Medical Center. The family will receive friends tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Funeral services will be 2 p.m. tomorrow at Myers & Smith Chapel, with burial following at Coahoma Cemetery. Jeanette Smith Harden, 76 of Willow Park, formerly of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd in Burleson, Texas. Funeral services will be Monday, October 27th at 11 a.m. at Myers & Smith Chapel, with burial at Coahoma Cemetery. Leonard Dean Garrard Jr., 47 of Big Spring, died Thursday, October 23rd at Midland Memorial Hospital. Services are pending at Myers & Smith Funeral Home. KBST News Time is 8:10 a.m. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior.
When Jesus asked his apostles who they thought he was, Peter answered, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Matthew 16:16. Then Jesus told his apostles, "On this rock I will build my church." Matthew 16:18. Jesus built his church on that confession made by Peter. The Church of Christ is built on that confession, as well as the other commands of our Lord Jesus. The Church of Christ that meets at the corner of 14th and Main Street in Big Spring is attempting to restore in ourselves the ancient New Testament church. We do not claim to be the only Christians, but we do insist that we are Christians only. That is, people who believe and confess that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Won't you consider who Jesus is for your life? I'm Rick Cunningham, preacher for the 14th and Main Street Church of Christ. We meet for Bible classes on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our worship times are Sunday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. We would love to tell you more about Jesus and his church. Come and see us.
KBST News Time is 8:11 a.m. For a look at sports, it's KBST Sports Director Gooney.
Thanks, Heather. Big Spring 7, Stephenville 3, Big Spring 18, Stephenville 6, Big Spring 12, Stephenville 7. Those are the rankings that sites like Max Preps, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and the AP have these teams ranked at right now. But in this game, the rankings mean absolutely nothing. One of the biggest things on the mind of the Steer Nation is last season's last-minute 47-36 playoff loss to Stephenville. The Yellow Jackets come in with one loss on the season to Lubbock Cooper, and the Steers are 5-1. Tonight, these two teams take the field as two short-created rival teams now facing off in district action. We have a 7:30 kickoff tonight, and everybody is to show up wearing black. And as always, you can hear that game on the best place for Steer Sports, KBest 95.7. There's going to be a 7:15 pregame show with Jamie Scott, Tim Walsh, Tommy Walker, and Corey Wood following the Pigskin Prediction Show. The 6-1 Coahoma Bulldogs host the Post Antelopes tonight. The Bulldogs are ranked 30th in Division 2-3A according to Max Preps. Post coming off a big win over Ballinger, but has only one win on the road this season. You can catch that game on the top dog station for Coahoma football, the mighty 1490 KBST AM, with Josh Caudell and Adrian Abrego with a 7:15 pregame show. Kickoff is at 7:30. The Stanton Buffaloes have the long road trip ahead of them today as they travel to Coleman to take on the undefeated Blue Cats, ranked 4th in Division 2-3A according to Max Preps. The Herd comes into this game with a record of 2-5, looking to get their first district win on the road. The game kicks off at 7:30, and you can hear all the action on the station the Buffaloes roam, 94.3 The Fuse. Mark Richardson and Josh Paredes will have the call, starting with the 7:15 pregame show. The Forsan Buffaloes will be home as well, hosting the Ozona Lions. Forsan coming off their second loss of the season after losing to McCamey last week. Ozona comes in to Forsan 5-2 after the big 42-22 win over Cristobal last week. The game kicks off at 7:30, and be sure to follow our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/KBest957 to keep up with all those scoring updates. Colorado City is going to be making the trip to Ballinger today, and we got some great six-man football games going on in the area. Check this out. 5 of our area six-man schools are in the top 20 Division I 6A teams. Ira is currently ranked 1st in the state, 2nd nationally behind Prairie High School from Cottonwood, Idaho. They're going to be traveling to Westbrook today. Bourne County ranked in at 3rd nationally. They're going to take on a tough 14th ranked in Grady today. Garden City's ranking in at 8th right now in the state. They're going to travel to Marfa. And Sterling City checks in at 18th, according to Max Preps. They're going to travel to Robert Lee to take on the 6th ranked team in the state. Sands is 2-0 in district right now, looking to stay undefeated in district play, traveling to Grand Falls. Big Springs Junior High and High School cross country teams competed in district meet yesterday. The two boys on the junior high team both got 1st and 4th place, while the girls team won the team as a meet, or the meet as a team. The junior varsity girls, they got 2nd as a team, while the JV boys won a district championship yesterday. And the boys and girls varsity cross country squads both finished 2nd overall. The Lady Steers volleyball teams will be in action against Snyder later this afternoon. The game originally scheduled for tomorrow has been moved to today, with the varsity taking the courts first at 4:30, followed by the JV and freshman team. The freshman team are going to be playing over at Big Spring Junior High at 5:30. The varsity squad comes in with a 7-1 district record, and you can catch the action on the mighty 1490 KBST AM with Tanner Churchwell and Chad Wash with a 420 pregame show. The Coahoma Bulldogettes volleyball team's hungry for a district volleyball title and only their 2nd season as a program. Coahoma will be home against Colorado City tomorrow with pre-varsity games at 10 and 11, and the Bulldogette varsity squad taking the court at noon. We also got Game 3 of the World Series tonight from San Francisco with the 7 o'clock first pitch. The Giants and Royals are tied up at 1 game apiece. And football action in the NFL last night. Denver got the big win over San Diego, 35-21. For more information, you can always log on to thekbestmedia.com. This is Gooney in the K-Best Sports Center.
And a look at your Howard County weather. Today, patchy fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high near 85. South wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, clear with a low around 59. Saturday, sunny with a high near 86. Saturday night, clear with a low around 60. Sunday, sunny with a high near 89. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 61. KBST News Time is 8:16 a.m. I'm Heather Gentry, and this has been your KBest Radio Group News. Coming up on Community Calendar, we have James Fryer of the Mustang Draw Woodcarvers Club. But first, The Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you today by Chotewell Service.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Changes in storytelling. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
Whoa, times change. Chotewell Service hasn't changed. We're still here and have been since 1957, 56 years. Chotewell Service has lots of updated equipment for your continued service in all kinds of drilling and pump installations. Sizes from half horsepower to 150 horsepower. We don't sell bargains, only good service. Call us, Chotewell Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business.
It used to happen on the back porches, after supper, or front porches after supper. Everybody'd sit around and tell stories, but now there's television and air conditioning, and the only time you get any of that is at the occasional family reunion. But nowadays at family reunions, the football game is going on and everybody's watching the TV, and you just don't get that traditional storytelling.
Rosemary Davis of Mason used to run the storytelling stage at the Folklife Festival in San Antonio, put on by the Institute of Texan Cultures.
They decided to eliminate the storytelling stage about 3 years ago. And until then, we were there involved in it, organizing it, running it all day long, every day, the 4 days it was going on. There were a number of reasons. The whole festival's been cut back a lot in the past few years, and that's just one of the things that went by the wayside. One of the problems has been the people who were featured at the beginning, all the folk artists and the people who knew all the traditional crafts, and of course storytelling is one of those crafts, but the ones who learned it from their parents are long gone. And the younger generation is off living in another city doing, whatever city people do now. And there's no one continuing the traditional crafts.
She says storytelling has gone professional. Actors rehearse something they've read, memorize it, and recite it. To me, it's kind of sterile. In the past, natural-born storytellers told of their own experiences. There was nothing made up, no memorization, no practice, no acting.
once you get on that pro circuit, you have to fit a program and you have to make your story fit whatever time length you have, and it becomes practice. And when you've heard the national storytellers over and over again, you've heard all their stories. The storyteller in my father's family was my Aunt Hallie. And she was about 4'11". And whenever the family would gather, she would start telling the stories. And that's how we learned the family stories. My mother would sit in the back seat and write down some of her stories when they traveled together. Those are treasures.
Rosemary Davis of Mason. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Need cash fast? Cash Pawn loans on tools, electronics, musical equipment, gold, and much more. Cash Pawn will pay you for any of your used or unwanted guns. Turn your broken or unwanted gold into cash fast. No need to worry about bad credit or credit checks. You're guaranteed to get your money quick. Cash Pawn loans to help you in your time of need. It's friendly, convenient, and confidential. Let Cash Pawn be your #1 pawn shop, located at 210 North Gregg Street in Big Spring.
Good morning, Abuelita.
Mijo, I'm glad you came over for breakfast. Here's some money. Run to the market and buy some chorizo for the burritos.
Oh, Tita, can we just go to McDonald's?
Why?
Well, McDonald's has a new chorizo burrito. It's delicious.
The new chorizo burrito is now at McDonald's. Scrambled eggs, dark meat chicken, chorizo seasoning, tomatoes, green chilies, onions, and white cheddar cheese, wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. It's a breakfast for everyone to love at McDonald's.
Vámonos. Let's go, mijo.
Limited time only at participating McDonald's.
Monopoly is back at McDonald's, and you could win $50,000 a year for the next 20 years. That's a cool $1 million interest-free, or a $5,000 Target shopping experience. A gift card good at Target.com or any Target store in the entire United States. You don't have to buy anything for your chance to win, and you can play in-store until October 27th or while supplies last. If you're 13 or older, you can play online, too. So what are you waiting for? Let's play this game. See rules at participating McDonald's and play at mcd.com for details. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
Welcome to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is finally Friday, October 24th, 8:20 here at the KBest Studio, 62 degrees outside. And I have a couple special guests with me from the Mustang Draw Woodcarvers Club, Mr. Lloyd Claxton and James Fryer. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me this morning.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, now, let's just start off by just enlightening everybody on what exactly the Mustang Draw Woodcarvers Club is and what you guys do.
Okay. The club has been in existence about 26 years. We meet once a month, the third Monday over in Midland. We have at this time 30 members made up of communities all over the Permian Basin.
Oh, okay.
And it's open to anyone who would like to try their hand at carving, or it's an ancient art, and we're just trying to keep it going.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was going to mention was that wood carving is something that's been around for you can't even I don't even know if it's possible to days, to trace how long wood carving's been around, because that's something that's just always been there for us to do. We got trees, you can carve up some wood if you got something sharp, basically. But do you know a little bit about some of the history on wood carving, or why it's such a great pastime?
Really, I'm not that much aware of any of the past history of wood carving, other than we're members of the Texas Woodcarvers Guild.
Okay.
Which is several hundred members.
Right.
Not only statewide, but nationwide, really.
Wow.
But then we meet 2 times a year down near Braunfels and have a week of classes and just telling tall tales and that kind of good stuff.
Just hanging out, huh?
You have a spit and whittle group.
Just a good old boys hanging out, having a good time. Now, James, how long have you been a member of the Woodcarvers Club?
Well, I've been a member over 20 years.
Wow.
About 20 years. This is our 20th annual show. And I was a member when we first started the shows.
That's incredible right there. Now let's talk a little bit about that show, because you have your annual show coming up this next week, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, we start Monday. We'll be at the Nora Roberts Community Center from 9 to 5, and we'll wind up Saturday. We'll have classes, Monday through Thursday noon, and then we'll stop Thursday noon and clean the place up and get ready for our show Friday morning at 9.
Wow. So if someone's interested in starting up some wood carving, or if they're, just kind of an amateur wood carver themselves, this is a great way for them to get connected with other folks out there that enjoy the same pastime.
We will have a vendor there that has wood and tools.
Oh, wow.
Comes up from East Texas.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good business to get in where you guys are at, huh? Show up with all the wood right there.
That's right.
That's the way to do it. And you guys, you brought a couple trinkets for me today. And of course, we got our YouTube back up and going with the live video feed here on Gooney in the Morning. So for those of you watching, I'm going to kind of hold these up front of the camera. These are cool. And I'll start with yours here, Lloyd. If you want to tell me just a little bit about this one, I'll hold this up for the folks at home to check out.
You can take one piece of wood and with a good sharp knife, you can make, I guess, just about anything your mind can come up with out of it. And so it's a lot of fun. I love to carve stuff like that.
Yeah, and this right here,
real challenge.
It's got like a little wooden chain right here and some little balls right there. Just basically a little toy for kids almost right there. I mean, that's a pretty neat deal. And right here, Mr. Fryer, what exactly do we have here that we're holding up for the camera now?
It's called a wood spirit, and it's all wood has that in it. All you got to do is just take your knife and let it out.
Right.
And I just picked that up and thought, well, I need to carve something to bring down here. So I carved it for you. And something like that's relatively easy. The little owl you have sitting there, we left here last year.
That's right.
And I call that a 3-minute owl.
Yeah.
But most people will take about 30 minutes to do it. But after you learn to do it, you can do it very quickly.
3 minutes, you say?
And we'll have classes. We'll furnish the knives. We'll furnish the wood. No charge. There's a couple of classes, advanced classes, that will be charged for. But us that's teaching the beginners, it'll be no cost to them. If they're interested, just come out and we'll do everything we can to get them involved in our club.
Now, what about kiddos? Because, I mean, that's one thing that I'm sure, kids like doing stuff like this. They love arts and crafts, especially when it's dealing with wood. But you also have to be careful whenever it comes to kiddos because we're working with sharp material. So what kind of advice do you give for the kiddos out there?
About 12 years old before they need to start. They don't have the coordination before that.
Right.
And I have taught some kids that are under 12, and I make a wooden knife and use ivory soap.
Oh, yeah.
And they can't hurt themselves too bad that way.
There we go. That's a good idea right there. And, of course, we'll have this. It's kicking off Monday, going all the way through Saturday. Again, it's at the Dora Roberts Community Center. They're at Comanche Trail Park. You said this has been going on for about 20 years. What have you seen over the past 20 years as far as what's happened with this annual event?
Well, our wood carvers are dwindling in number on account of age.
Right.
And, of course, with our fast pace that we have in our lives nowadays, people just don't want to seem to want to take the time to sit down and do this.
Right.
But it's very relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a social thing. Usually at least 2 or 3 or 4 of us get together out at Monroe Casey's house on Saturday morning and carve for a couple of hours. And so it's just a social thing, and we enjoy one another's company.
What has wood carving done for you, Mr. Claxton?
Well, it's given me an opportunity to meet a lot of great people over the years. I missed the organizational meeting when the club was organized. Mm-hmm. So I've been a member right 26 years of the club.
That's incredible.
And so it's, I don't know, it's just a great way to, once you're retired, it's a great hobby.
Right.
Once you buy a few of your basic tools, it doesn't cost much to keep it going.
That's awesome right there. And you'll be out in front of Walmart tomorrow, right?
Right.
That's correct.
And now you got a pretty cool raffle that you guys will be selling some raffle tickets. Tell folks about that a little bit more.
Well, there's 2 items that we'll be raffling off. The first one, the one we're most proud of really, is the nativity set, which has the stable plus, I think, 17 hand-carved pieces from the members of the club. And then we'll raffle off another item, which is about a 6-foot Christmas tree, complete with the lights and all that.
Wow.
and at least 100 hand-carved ornaments.
That is incredible right there. How can folks get the raffle tickets for that?
Well, they're $1 a piece, or you can get 6 for $5.
That's not bad. And what times will y'all be out there in front of Walmart tomorrow?
Start about 9, and we'll go till sometime mid-afternoon.
Okay, it's probably about 2 or so, just kind of depending on how things are going.
Yeah.
The weather has a lot to do with that too, right? You don't want to sit out there if it's too hot or cold.
Right.
I got you. All right, guys. Well, let's take a real quick break, and we'll come back and kind of recap everything and tell folks how they can get more involved with the Mustang Draw Wood Carvers Club. You're listening to the Community Calendar right here with James Fryer and Lloyd Claxton on KBST AM and FM. We'll be right back.
It's another day in West Texas. Around here, we do things the right way. A handshake is as good as gold. We smile at our neighbors and say please and thank you. And when we're on the road, a simple wave says it all. And our truck is a Chevy, bought right here in West Texas from Trucktown Chevrolet and Lamesa. Live life the West Texas way, the Trucktown Chevy way, formerly Benny Boyd Chevy.
It's the lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's, and it only happens twice a year. With your Savings Pass, get 60% off men's sportswear from Izod and USPA, and children's clothes from Carter's and Oshkosh. 60% off Rampage boots, 70% off our entire stock of fine jewelry. Plus, buy one, get one free from our entire stock of Vanity Fair, Bally, and Playtex. Don't miss out on this twice-a-year event. Your lowest prices of the season sale at Bell's.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
And welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you. It is Friday, October 24th, 8:30 here at the KBest Studios. And I'm here with a couple guys from the Mustang Draw Woodcarvers Club, Mr. James Fryer and Mr. Lloyd Claxton. Thank you guys both so much for joining me.
Glad to be here.
We were talking about you have your big annual event coming up next week, but of course tomorrow you'll be out in front of Walmart between 9 and about mid-afternoon, but you'll be there at 9 a.m. selling raffle tickets. Once again, raffle tickets are going to be $1 a piece, or you said you can get 6 for $5 for a beautiful nativity scene or Christmas tree. That two things up for grabs, but you'll be doing more than that out there. You'll be talking wood carving and stuff like that as well, right?
Right. Well, some of us will be carving on some piece, and then we'll have a couple of tables set up to display some of our pieces that we have finished.
Fantastic. And then, of course, next week, your big annual show and sale that you're going to have, it's going to start Monday, run all the way through Saturday at the Dora Roberts Community Center. They're located at Comanche Trail Park. And once again, guys, just run down the times a little bit, if you could, for me one more time.
It's 9 to 5. Except on Thursday, and we'll close down at noon on Thursday, where we can clean the place up and get ready for our show and sale Friday.
So the show kicks off on Friday with the sale at same time, Friday morning at 9?
Yes, sir.
And it'll go all the way from Friday at 9 all the way, and then Saturday?
Saturday is mainly just for us to display our items. It's a big day for the public to come. Our items will be on display all week. Well, we're going to go ahead and set up our tables Monday.
Okay.
And they're welcome to come and look and ask questions. And somebody asked about the sale. I said, well, the sale's all week.
Right.
Anything that's on, most of the things that are on the table are for sale. Some of them are just for the show.
Right.
But if anybody wants to come out and talk wood carving, I guarantee you somebody will talk to you.
That's right. And again, guys, if someone out there just does wood carving on their own and wants to join this because of the great community that you guys have created with the Mustang Draw Wood Carvers Club, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call Lloyd or myself. Lloyd is
my phone number is 263-4628.
Okay.
Here in town.
And mine's 399-4510.
Well, there you go. And but the best way is to probably come out to the show
next
week or come out to Walmart tomorrow.
Another thing, the admission is free.
There we go.
No charge to come and look us over.
Awesome. That's going to be great. Well, get on out there, folks. Support this awesome group here, the Mustang Draw Wood Carvers Club. Lloyd, James, thank you both for coming on this morning and sharing what you guys have going on in the community.
Appreciate it a lot.
All right. Thanks a lot. We're going to split things up on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. You got the Huckabee Report coming up, and right here on KBS 95.7, Gooney Overtime.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM, on KBST.com, and on Cable Channel 2. If you'd like to have a community issue or event featured on Community Calendar, contact the KBST Programming Department at 267-6391 or email programming@kbst.com.
The best country music station.